Hey guys, what's going on? Mega Chaz here, back at you with some Boruto anime review on episode number 2. Now again, if you all haven't watched episode 2, this will be spoilers and it will contain spoilers on today's episode, or this episode, episode 2, because it's not when it came out, but I'm still doing a review on it so that way I have the whole series of Boruto, and 3 is going to be coming out in a couple days, probably today, tomorrow, I'm not for sure yet. When it comes out, I will have a video up and ready for it. Alright, so if y'all haven't watched it, pause this video, go watch Boruto episode number 2, but if you haven't seen episode 1 or 2, go watch episode 1 and 2, because it is a good series. I do recommend it. Alright, now in Boruto's episode number 2, a lot of actually happened, and it actually was pretty good. It's shown Boruto actually got suspended last week for 2 weeks for what happened in the entrance ceremony. He crashed a train into the 7th Hokage's face, which is his dad. But, I mean, he was saving a friend, protecting a friend, trying to get him out of trouble. So, I mean, I see why he was suspended, not expelled, because mostly, as they say in that episode, most people would have been expelled. But they think it's because he's the 7th Hokage's son. Which part of it is he is the 7th Hokage's son, and the 4th Hokage's grandson. So a lot of it is that he is the son of a Hokage. But also, he was protecting a friend and saving a friend. But when he goes into class, he's kind of a lot like Naruto at the very beginning. No one's liking him because he's the Hokage's son. Like, he's just did something bad, got suspended for 2 weeks, not expelled. If it was all them, they would have expelled. So not really anyone's liking him. He's kind of a lot like Naruto. But then later on in this episode, when they're doing their training, showing off their skills, he actually shows a lot of the opposite of Naruto. He is a lot better in his hand-to-hand combat, his ninjutsus. He's a lot better at it than Naruto was. Naruto really sucked at his ninjutsu and hand-to-hand combat. He actually got better by practicing by himself because his dad and mom was dead. No one really wanted to teach him. Naruto sucked at it. He was the lowest of his class, while Boruto, on the other hand, he is in the top of his class. He is the number 2nd, as they say, because the first person who is at the top of the class, his name is Iwabi. I think that's how you say his name, Iwabi. I'm not for sure. I'm not fluent in these names. Boruto is on the other hand. But later on, he goes into to eat, asks 3 kids if he can eat with them. They say that they're going to the roof, that he should go quick too, that they should get out of there. Then Iwabe said, when Boruto says to Shikadaya and Denki, I think is his name. Shikadaya and Boruto and Denki are in the class, and he says, "Get out of here!" And like pops up from behind a desk. I mean, no one's really seen him. I mean, he skips class all the time. And he starts picking on Denki and Boruto, saying like, "Get out of here, strength's all you need, and you can get by with anything." Saying like, that's how the 7th Hokage was back in his days, like 10 years ago, that they rise up through their strengths, because they were all stronger, and and Naruto was the strongest in his generation, that's why he is where he is right now, and that they all, like after the war, everything changed. Which wasn't true. If he would actually studied a lot of it and asked a lot of the adults how it was back in their days, they actually had to have intelligence of the past and strength. It wasn't just based on strength. I mean, they wouldn't pass you if you were just based on strength or intelligence. Naruto was an exception, though. I mean, he showed that he actually could, if he put his mind to it, study hard and actually pass his stuff if he actually wanted to and tried. And eventually, Naruto did learn that. And he did start learning a lot of the other stuff. I mean, in the beginning of Naruto, though, I mean, I don't really see how he did pass anything. I mean, he didn't know what chakra was back in the tuning exams. He didn't know what chakra was. He had no idea what that is. But eventually, he did learn what all that stuff was. And he actually rised up through his strength and intelligence, because he actually didn't become a tuning for a long time. He still had to go through all that stuff to become a tuning and rise up through the ranks. So, I mean, Iwabi isn't in the right mind thinking that's just strength that's doing it. So Boruto says, "You have your faults. Don't stand in these people's way." But eventually, Iwabi and Boruto get in a fight. Like, they actually go fighting. And they go to where the Chunin exams preliminary rounds were held. It's funny, they say like this training ground is actually like an arena, which is actually what it was made for, is an arena. It was for the arena that Naruto and all of them fought in, and the Chunin exams preliminary rounds after the second exam, which I think is funny. But this is where Boruto shows a lot of Naruto's a lot of Naruto's in himself, saying like he is a lot like Naruto, but he's better in his ninjutsus and all that. He's smarter, but of course that will be expected because he is from Hinata's. He is also Hinata's son too. He's not just Naruto's son. He is the son of Hinata. Sorry, I lost what I was saying there. I lost track of mine. But he is also Hinata's son and Naruto's. Hinata, she was born and she was actually pretty good, but she also did learn from Naruto a little bit too of how to train, because she wasn't always the best at what she was doing either. She was also, but she also learned faster. She also, because she did stay out there for days training like Naruto by herself, just like Naruto. So he is the son of two people who actually worked hard at what they did to become to where they are. Because Hinata always had the thing for Naruto. You couldn't really see it, but you also could at the same time if you looked real hard. Because in the preliminary rounds, even when they were getting the scrolls, you could kind of see that she had that little thing on Naruto. You could see it, but you weren't for sure. It was always there, but you really weren't for sure. You just had to look real close at to see it. But eventually, Iwabi and Boruto were fighting. Boruto, at his age, is more talented at Naruto because he already can do 4 shadow clones. At that age, Naruto couldn't do one functioning clone for the longest time. He actually had to train and get a scroll to learn the shadow clone by being tricked into thinking so that way he would get killed, so that way because he was the tail beast reincarnation, he had the tail beast in him. He was actually, because the dude was wanting to get rid of him, and no one liked Naruto though in there. But so he is more skilled than Naruto in that aspect, and he is more skilled in his taijutsu because when he was fighting Iwabi, he did have a lot more talent in strategizing, which Naruto never did. Naruto I wouldn't say never, because he did start to learn that you had to strategize to actually become and to win in a fight. Because with Kiba, that's how he beat Kiba. And Neji, he strategized on what to do. If he strategized would get compromised, he would think of a new one, which is what I like in a fight. Seeing the underdog, the one who's not strong enough to just go in, fist first, and knock you out, win. I like to see the underdog win. Like when Naruto was fighting Neji, no, everyone knew that Naruto was going to win because it was the show. Naruto had to win, but it was actually cool to see him, Neji beat him up so much that Neji was just way over Naruto's league. Naruto wouldn't stand a chance, but Naruto found a way to win, which I like that. So did Boruto, but in this case, Boruto wasn't really, he was beating Iwabi to a point, he would counter him and catch him off guard, which I like. But when Boruto did that, sorry, I was wanting to say Naruto, but it's not Naruto, it's Boruto. When Boruto did that, Iwabi said, because when they started fighting, Iwabi said that he wasn't going to use his little staff weapon because it was a ninjutsu and ninjutsu fight. So then Ino's son or daughter, I think it's a son, when he steps in, he says that's not a fair fight. You said you weren't going to use weapons. That's when he realized he was on the wrong, and became kind of not really came Boruto's friend, but he realized he was wrong. There's also another thing that I do want to talk about in this is Boruto's. Who do you think Boruto is going to end up with? Because I see I don't think they'll redo the past, but they kind of foreshadowing the way they're going to do it. Because as you can see, Hinata was always that shy, was always behind him and looked up to him, which I kind of see that in a girl, in the class rep girl in this episode. She has you can tell she has this thing on Boruto, which Hinata did. But it's also because so far what I've seen, I've kind of been hoping that he would get together with Sadara, because that would be just kind of cool to see two childhood friends get together. I mean, you really wouldn't see it because, I mean, like, Naruto and Sakura didn't get together, which a lot of people wanted, but that was never going to happen because it was always Naruto and Hinata. But it's like, Sadara and Boruto, I'm personally a fan of that. I want to see them get together. I really do. That's one of my things. I don't know why. I think they would be a cute couple together. I mean, it'd be a Uchiha and a Hyuga clan get together, and it'd be just, I mean, that'd be a powerful combo right there. I mean, it would be a powerful, because I mean, it'd just be awesome to see. I think it would, but the other girl, I think Boruto would be cute with her too, the class rep. I don't know her name actually. I didn't catch it in this episode. I could have just overlooked it. That could have been my fault. All I know is her as the class rep, and she has purple hair and it's longish. She kind of reminds me of Hinata a little bit, but she also seems to be a more outgoing type than Hinata, because Hinata was the shy person that stayed to herself at that age. She really wasn't going out and expressing her word. She's not really going out of her way to express the word, but she also is the class rep. The class rep does have a lot of attention. Hinata really didn't want to have the attention on her at that age until the tuning exams, because then she could show Naruto how strong she was, and hopefully he would notice her. That's when Hinata became the way she was. I mean, I like that. I mean, I really want to see him get together with Sadara, but I wouldn't really mind if he got together with this girl either, because I mean, they would be a cute together. They would be a cute little couple together too. I mean, that's not gonna be for way later on in the future. I mean, for all I know, is like Sadara could be the person to be the love triangle to get with him and that other girl, or she could be the triangle, the person that gets in the way of him and Sadara. But I would personally think I would like to see him and Sadara get together, because that's who I think. But I wouldn't mind if he would get together with this girl, because they seem like they would be really cute together, and it seems like later on in the future she's gonna have more of an important role than what she does now, which I do like. And that's really all that kind of happened in this episode, is like them talking about that. Really nothing big happened other than that. I mean, it didn't show any more Boruto's eye glowing or anything. They didn't show much of that. Oh, and Boruto, I mean, does take care for his friends. He likes his friends. That's why he fought Iwabi, was for his friends. So I mean, of course, Hinata and Naruto cared for their friends. I mean, they both cared for their friends and wanted to show. It's like but I mean, he does have a lot of aspects of Naruto right now. But later on, I think he will get more aspects of Naruto and Sasuke, and also his own little kind of fighting style. And I do like his actual outfit. I like it because I don't know, it's catchy. It's him. It's unique to him and only him. But for now, I'll see y'all till the next episode. If y'all liked, leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like, and see y'all in the next episode.